Did you know that women are 2 to 3 times more likely to develop multiple sclerosis than men? An astounding fact that unveils the unseen reality of multiple sclerosis, or MS, in women. Multiple sclerosis, a chronic disease that affects the central nervous system, is often associated with a variety of symptoms ranging from fatigue and difficulty walking to numbness or tingling. But what many might not realize is the unique vulnerability of women to this disease. Women, in all their strength and resilience, face a peculiar susceptibility to MS, a reality that is as intriguing as it is concerning. This susceptibility is not a mere coincidence, but is deeply rooted in biological factors. The interplay of hormones, genetics, and immune system differences are believed to contribute to this heightened risk. Consider this. Globally, out of every 4 people diagnosed with MS, 3 are women. This statistic is not just a mere number, but a call to action. It underscores the importance of early detection and diagnosis, particularly in women. It's easy to overlook the early signs of MS, attributing them to stress or general fatigue. However, this dismissal can lead to delayed diagnosis, which in turn can affect disease progression and quality of life. Early recognition and timely intervention are key in managing this chronic condition, and this is where awareness comes into play. Awareness is not just about understanding the disease and its symptoms, but also recognizing its prevalence among women. It's about equipping ourselves with the knowledge to identify the early signs, to seek medical attention promptly, and to support those around us who might be silently battling this disease. So let's talk about MS, let's normalize these discussions, let's break the stigma associated with chronic diseases. It's time we brought the unseen reality of MS in women to the forefront of our conversations. Understanding the prevalence of MS in women makes us realize the importance of awareness and early detection. For in awareness, there is empowerment, and in early detection, there lies hope for a better tomorrow. Fatigue, difficulty walking, and numbness or tingling are some of the earliest signs of MS in women. Imagine a sudden wave of exhaustion washing over you, even after a full night's rest. This isn't just the typical tiredness after a long day. It's a deep-seated fatigue, a constant companion that seems to drain your energy. This is often the first whisper of multiple sclerosis, a silent intruder that can disrupt life as you know it. Next, envision a simple stroll turning into a challenging task. Your legs feel heavy, almost as if they're treading through waist-deep water. This difficulty in walking, often accompanied by a lack of coordination or balance, is another early indication of MS. It's like the body's own GPS starts malfunctioning, leaving you feeling lost in your own movements. Now picture a sensation of pins and needles running down your arm or leg. Or perhaps certain areas on your skin feel numb, almost as if they've fallen asleep. These sensations of numbness or tingling, sometimes subtle, sometimes more pronounced, are also among the initial signs of MS. It's as if the body's communication lines are getting crossed, sending out confusing signals. These signs are often mistaken for symptoms of less severe conditions, dismissed as the result of stress, aging, or even a lack of sleep. But they are the body's way of raising a red flag, a warning that something more serious might be at play. The subtlety of these early signs can be deceptive, making it easy to overlook their significance. But they are the body's first SOS signals, its way of alerting us to a potential intruder. Ignoring these symptoms is like disregarding a smoke alarm, risking a small flame turning into a raging fire. It's crucial to remember that while these signs can be alarming, they are not a definitive diagnosis. They are simply a call to action, an invitation to seek medical advice and potentially catch MS early in its tracks. These early signs might be subtle, but they carry a message that should not be ignored. Some symptoms of MS are invisible. They could be mental, emotional, or sensory. So let's dive a little deeper into these hidden signs of multiple sclerosis, the ones that can't be seen with the naked eye, but are as real and as debilitating as any visible symptom. First on our list are cognitive issues. Now, when we say cognitive, we're talking about the brain's ability to think, learn, reason, and remember. A person with MS might experience difficulties with memory recall, problem solving, or focusing on tasks. They might struggle with multitasking or have a slower processing speed. These symptoms are often hard to diagnose because they can easily be mistaken for normal fatigue or aging. Next, we have emotional issues. Did you know that depression and anxiety are common in people with MS? Yes, the disease isn't just physical, it takes a toll on mental health too. The unpredictability and chronic nature of MS can lead to feelings of uncertainty, stress, and anxiety. It's important to remember that these emotional symptoms are just as critical to address as the physical ones, and seeking mental health support is a crucial part of managing MS. Lastly, we delve into sensory problems. This can manifest as a tingling sensation, numbness, or a burning feeling in different parts of the body. Some people might even experience problems with balance or coordination. These sensations can be intermittent and vary in intensity, making them quite challenging to diagnose. These invisible symptoms are often overlooked because, well, you can't see them, but that doesn't make them any less real or any less significant. They can interfere with a person's daily activities and their quality of life just as much as any visible symptom. It's also worth noting that these symptoms can occur in any combination and at any time, making MS a truly unpredictable disease. The key is to recognize these invisible signs and seek medical advice as soon as you notice them. Invisible does not mean insignificant. These silent symptoms can be just as impactful as their visible counterparts. A woman's hormonal changes can significantly influence the course of her MS. This is a fact that may not be widely known, but it's crucial to understanding the unique experiences of women living with multiple sclerosis. From the onset of menstruation, a woman's body goes through a whirlwind of hormonal fluctuations each month. This hormonal roller coaster can have a profound impact on MS symptoms. You see, during certain phases of the menstrual cycle, particularly the week before menstruation, some women may notice an exacerbation of their MS symptoms. This could be increased fatigue, changes in mood, or even heightened sensitivity to heat. The culprit? Changing levels of estrogen and progesterone, hormones that have been found to play a role in immune system function. Moving on to pregnancy, a time of significant hormonal shifts. It's been observed that women with MS may experience a reduction in relapses during pregnancy, particularly in the second and third trimesters. This is likely due to high levels of estrogen that serve to suppress the immune system and, by extension, Mississippi activity. But here's the kicker: postpartum, when hormone levels plummet, there's an increased risk of MS relapses. Let's not forget menopause, another stage of immense hormonal change. While research in this area is still evolving, preliminary studies suggest that some women may experience an escalation of their MS symptoms during menopause. This could be due to the declining levels of estrogen, which, as we now know, has protective qualities in the context of MS. So what does all of this mean? It means that being a woman with MS is not a one-size-fits-all experience. It's a journey that's intricately tied to the rhythms of female physiology. It underscores the importance of personalized treatment approaches, taking into account the hormonal landscape at different stages of a woman's life. Being a woman means having a unique journey with MS, a journey that demands personalized care and understanding, because every woman deserves a healthcare experience that respects and responds to her unique needs. Early diagnosis of MS can significantly improve the quality of life and slow down the disease progression. Imagine a marathon where every second counts. Now, imagine this marathon is your life. The sooner you understand the path you're on, the better prepared you are to navigate it. This is the power of early diagnosis when dealing with multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis, or MS, is an unpredictable, often disabling disease of the central nervous system. It disrupts the flow of information within the brain and between the brain and the body. Symptoms can vary widely and may progress over time, which is why early diagnosis is so crucial. Consider MRI scans. They are like the roadmap in our marathon, giving us an inside look at what's happening in the brain and spinal cord. MRI scans can reveal the telltale signs of MS even before symptoms begin to surface. They are instrumental in diagnosing MS early, allowing for prompt treatment to begin. And speaking of treatment, let's talk about how it can make a world of difference. Early treatment can slow the progression of the disease, manage symptoms, and improve the overall quality of life. Picture yourself at the starting line of the marathon. The earlier you start, the more control you have over your journey. The power of early diagnosis isn't just about slowing down the disease, but also about empowering individuals with MS. Knowledge is power, and understanding your condition allows you to make informed decisions about your health. It equips you with the tools to take control of your life, to adapt, and to face the challenges that come your way with strength and resilience. MS is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And like any marathon, it's about endurance, perseverance, and taking one step at a time. The earlier the diagnosis, the better equipped you are to face the journey ahead. Time is of the essence when dealing with MS. The earlier the diagnosis, the better the prognosis. A strong support system can be a game changer for women battling MS. Imagine standing at the foot of a towering mountain. It's a daunting sight, isn't it? Now imagine you're not alone. You have a team of people cheering you on, ready to help you climb. That's what a strong support system feels like for those battling multiple sclerosis. Families are the first line of defense. They're the ones who see the day-to-day struggles, who lend a hand when fatigue sets in, who listen when you need to vent. They become advocates, caregivers, and pillars of strength. One woman, let's call her Lisa, said, "My family doesn't just give me strength to fight, they fight alongside me." Friends, too, play an invaluable role. They provide a sense of normalcy amidst the chaos. They're there for coffee dates, movie nights, and long phone calls. They remind you that MS doesn't define you. Another woman, we'll call her Sarah, shared, "My friends treat me like Sarah, not Sarah with MS. That makes all the difference." And then there are support groups. These are communities of individuals who truly understand what you're going through. They share tips and advice. They offer a shoulder to lean on. They're your war buddies, fighting the same enemy. They can be found both offline and online in physical meetups and digital forums. A woman named Jane said, "My support group is my safe space. It's where I can be vulnerable without judgment." These support systems provide emotional, physical, and mental support. They're your cheerleaders, your sounding boards, your safety nets. They help carry the weight of MS, making the journey less overwhelming. In the face of MS, support systems become lifelines. They foster resilience, nurture hope, and empower individuals to keep fighting. They remind you that even at your weakest, you are not alone. They are the unseen heroes in the fight against MS. No one fights MS alone. A strong support system can make the battle less daunting. With ongoing research and breakthroughs, there is hope for a world free of MS. The journey towards a future free from the clutches of multiple sclerosis is paved with scientific progress and tireless efforts from researchers worldwide. Every day we inch closer to a breakthrough that might just change the narrative for millions of women living with this condition. Recent years have seen promising strides in the field of MS research. Scientists are exploring the potential of stem cells in regenerating damaged tissues, a revolutionary approach that could potentially halt or even reverse the progression of the disease. Imagine a world where MS is not just managed, but cured. It's not just a dream, it's a possibility we're working towards. There's also the advent of disease-modifying therapies, or DMTs. In the past, treatments for MS were limited and often came with debilitating side effects. But today, we have over a dozen FDA-approved DMTs, each designed to slow the progression of the disease and improve the quality of life for those living with MS. These are not just treatments, they are lifelines, providing hope and a promise for a brighter future. On the horizon, there's the exciting field of personalized medicine. This is a new approach that tailors treatments based on an individual's unique genetic makeup, lifestyle, and environment. It's an approach that treats the person, not just the disease. This could mean more effective treatments, fewer side effects, and a better quality of life. But perhaps the most promising development is the global commitment to end MS. Around the world, scientists, healthcare professionals, and advocates are banding together. driven by a shared vision to free the world from the grip of MS. It's a united front that is stronger than any disease, and it's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Despite the challenges, we carry a beacon of hope. Together we can envision a future free from the shackles of MS. And with every breakthrough, every new treatment, and every stride forward, we're not just envisioning that future, we're actively creating it. MS in women is a unique journey, filled with challenges and triumphs. As we've uncovered in this discussion, it's a condition that predominantly affects women, with early signs varying from fatigue to difficulty in coordination. Beyond these visible symptoms, the unseen reality of MS can include invisible symptoms such as cognitive changes and emotional shifts. Moreover, hormones play a significant role, with fluctuations potentially impacting the progression of the disease. But here's where the silver lining shines through: early diagnosis. It's crucial to catching MS in its infancy, giving you the best chance at managing and even halting its progression. And you're not alone on this journey. A robust support system can be a lifeline, offering emotional, practical, and even financial aid. And with ongoing research and advancements in treatments, there's a beacon of hope for the future. Remember, knowledge is power. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and remember, you are not alone in this fight against MS.